I want to
should
be
do the
big.
trick.
Oh,
Hey everyone, I think I fixed everything. I think everything's working okay. Might run into some crashes, but welcome everyone. A bit belated intro. We're working on a Take a Hike, which will be a large, vast area landscape where people will be able to hike throughout the region and kind of visit different areas that have different biomes. So we have a lot of modular pieces to do this, and I think it's going to turn out pretty cool. It's going to start out with this kind of grid space, and imagine about anywhere from five to 8 hours from now, quite a difference. So look forward to seeing you all. Hey Gory, welcome.
what's up?
Yeah, we're just working on welcome people coming to the stream. Yeah, just working on a giant regional hiking environment, and basically kind of people marking their territories. And so they'll, if you get very large, you'll see the different areas that they're already building out. And yeah, that's what's going on. We have quite a few assets that are public domain or attribution license for modular parts, and you're welcome to grab those there, or they're under the Creator Jam public. And yeah, should be a fun time. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to explain.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's check out what everyone's doing here. How's it going, astronaut?
I'm just experimenting, really.
Yeah.
Seeing what I can do with the stuff.
If you have any questions, let me know. And if you notice anything's
Alrighty.
not available, let me know too. That's Bean was saying that there's some stuff that wasn't showing.
I grabbed the folder at first, and I realized like 2 folders were missing from there, so I went back and grabbed it again, and the 2 folders were there.
Oh, interesting. Okay, good.
Yes.
Well, cool.
Trying to see what I can do with this tree to make it a bit greener. Nope, too green.
Yeah, what's nice about these is the coloring's easy to manipulate.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get it to more evenly match the ground.
Oh, okay.
Ground's being kind of an issue at the moment, because like I don't really know where to go from ground.
Well,
I mean, so far I have something going, but...
What now? Are you just worried about like it looking more like grass, or what are you trying to go for? What is your thoughts?
It's like a small plane, really.
Okay.
At the moment is what I'm going for.
Sure. Then you might want just a texture that's much lighter, that's just more coloring, and then you add a couple bits of grass, and that way. Because one thing I've always found with this ground, it looks like a weird slime environment, which is cool, but not always what you're going for, you know?
Not really great for what we're aiming for.
And so go to the texture.
Other stuff.
Well, no, you could leave it there real quick, just for a second.
I just cleared it for now.
Yeah, if you want to undo it. Oh, okay. Well, I was going to show you how to make the grass more grass-like. Yeah, go back and undo the other stuff. And
yeah, it's already done, as far as I know.
If you go to edit,
it should be. Yeah.
And then if you look at the texture scaling, mess with that. The only issue you'll run into is when you add a lot higher texture, like make it 10 by 10, and you'll see a difference.
Nope, did not want to add 0. My controllers are shaking so badly. Yeah, I'm trying to do.
And so you can see that it gives it a little bit more of a ground that you're kind of expecting.
Yeah, that isn't blurry as heck.
And then if you do a cheaty method, which doesn't always look that nice, but it looks a little better, it's not really how you're supposed to do it. You can use turn it into a splat map, and you can have something that has kind of like different variants, and basically it's kind of like making a hacky splat map. So I'm going to slurp this up real quick, go to create a copy so that way we have another version. Then I'm going to shoot it with that.
Oh, we already did it.
Convert to, I'm just going to kind of just show this just to, so you can
Yeah.
see, like chalk it up on something to think about.
Yes.
Color splat metallic.
Color splat.
And let's shoot that first. I'm going to go to edit and give it an albedo because it's eye-burningly bright, and put a color map right here.
Yep, man, I noticed it on my Quest. Where like whites pop out a lot more than LCD
There we
does.
are. And so now we're going to add like a map to it, to this, which actually I already like it a little better that way. It just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Looks a lot more like a bit of a winter spot, but still.
True. But then I would just work on like.
Yeah, that's just easily adjustable.
Oops, that's grabbable.
That's alright. Yeah, it's grabbable at the moment. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, at first I was like, crap. I've selected too big of a space, and then I'm like, okay, let's scale everything down like now.
Hey, whatever feels comfortable. This is different, so we can change the albedo color. We could make that a little bit like more greenish.
Yeah. The ones I had the value I had originally is 1107 to get a bit more yellow out of it.
Oh, you want?
But still,
1107.
We're aiming for greenish though, so the one we're aiming for more greenish though, so those values go out the window.
And then I'm gonna mess with the color map. And this was just a super hacky, like, I want to make sure that this is clear.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing right here is not, it's not
yeah.
really what you're supposed to do, tons, because you're supposed to actually have it planned out a little more, but I'm going to use one of their noise maps. And using this colored one. And this is basically going to use like masks over top of the area. So when I, well, can't see a laser here, but when I can. And you can see how it kind of like makes everything varied a little bit here. I'll clear it and then undo that. Well, you're not going to see too much difference. Huh.
Yeah.
Normally you do,
Yeah,
but that's
just a
okay.
small color change.
Well, we won't even worry about it then. That's cool. Well, either way, what we can do with this is just change the coloring. You just mess with the coloring on this, and you can really... Uh-oh. Am I crashing? No! Oh, man, this is one of those days. Well, either way, you see it change the... Probably you can hear me, but I can't hear you since I'm crashing. Feel free to just mess with the colors on that if you like splat map more. Or I have that copy and you can shoot it back with a metallic, PBS metallic. But yeah, feel free to mess around with it. You get a little bit more of a variance. But yeah, I'll see you all soon once I'm done exploding. All right, everyone. Getting back to loading in. Oh, cool. An Iceland. This is going to be really, really fantastic. Reminds me of kind of, I think it's Creator Jam 4, maybe? The one that was primitives where everyone had their own kind of regions. And really had a lot of fun personality in it. And we have a lot of nice personalities now in Neos, so I foresee a lot of that. Waiting for me to load in while we're loading in. Just going to check out what people are working on. I foresee this is going to be a crashy sort of day, which is real unfortunate when you're hosting an entire event. But, you know, this is really cool so far. I love it. I love it.
Oh yeah,
I was just
I
commenting
made
on
it. I made a small version of it and made it big.
It's fantastic. And the best part is it's just using simple shapes, but it's very effective.
Yeah, kind of had the idea of, because I mentioned the that one game that I've had, The Witness, right? That's what it was.
Yes.
And it's interesting because like it was the level design in that was like really, really important because like you're like in the same space for like hours, and they had to make it interesting somehow. So like, the different areas that you can go into to like solve puzzles, like you'll be in like there's like one area that's like a castle, and when you go through all of it, like it might take you like half an hour or like more to like get through all of this area, but then like when you get to the end of it is like at the top of the castle where like you can see like over basically the entire island, and it gives you like an inherent reward for being able to like go through everything. And
Nice.
I feel like that's like an important effective way to reward a player for like getting far in like any sort of task, which in this case for this world is going to be traveling. So
Definitely.
yeah, I figured like having a reward of like large because the Witness does that a bunch of times where like you'll get really far and then you'll end up like really high up somewhere, and like you'll be able to like see a whole bunch of everything, and it's cool.
I like that you're describing that about having a reward or allowing the player to be have some kind of gift for, in some way, some kind of special thing to
Yeah,
happen because of
because
the adventure they decide to
ultimately-
take.
Yeah, humans really enjoy being rewarded for things. So
Yeah, or it's oh, am I crashing again? I think if I crash again in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna have to just do a bug report and play the bug report game for about an hour or two today, because
yeah,
I can't have a jam where I'm crashing every 5 minutes.
that doesn't really work, does it?
Everyone else seems to be fine, so that's very weird that it's computer specific. But okay.
So
Like you're doing fine, right?
yeah, I'm doing okay.
Huh. Okay, I just loaded in. There, that feels nicer. Okay.
Right now it's a little weird because I think some of these cones didn't take the character collider thing because I kind of fall through them.